We back. And as promised, I'm taking my talents to Muscle Freaking Beach. Dude, I've been wanting to hit a workout here since like I first got into calisthenics a few months ago, and I'm already getting to do that this early on. I only have 2 more workouts here in California, so I set myself 2 big goals that I want to achieve before I leave. A 100-pound dip and a calisthenics combo. And we're going to start with the dip because I think that was my biggest achievement. And as you can see, I got the 2 plates and a little tin on there. I felt like a G walking that over to the dip machine. I did this for 8 reps, and then for the second set, I did it for 6 reps. And to be honest with you, it felt kind of easy. I don't think it should have felt this easy, but I think it's just the dip setup that I have here. You can easily get up onto the bars. You can easily keep your legs straight while you're doing the dip, because that's usually a problem for me when I'm doing dips because I'm so tall. And it's a lot easier to stabilize yourself when you can keep your legs as straight as possible instead of having them bent at a 90-degree angle. But we're going to fast forward past this second set. This is a set of 6. And let's go ahead and get into my second goal, which was the calisthenics combo. And to be honest, this kind of happened on a whim, kind of randomly, because I did this Muscle Beach day before I did the dips actually. And I was not expecting to have this goal set to do a calisthenics combo, but when you're out here on Muscle Beach and it's just a lot of talented, strong people around doing crazy things, it makes you want to try crazy things too. So I decided to try the calisthenics combo, and this is what I ended up doing. And these were my cleanest muscle ups ever, by the way. But I did 5 muscle ups into a 5-second advanced tuck front lever, which I'm going to start that soon. I had to steady myself. And then I did 5 pull-ups after that. And then I tried a back lever, but I didn't quite get that. I'd say overall, this was a pretty successful Muscle Beach trip. I met some really cool people. They taught me a lot of cool things. They gave me front lever advice. They gave me handstand attempts. And I also met this freaking crazy dude that was doing stuff like this. He was the guy that taught me about some of the things he does for a front lever. I'm going to see if I can find his Instagram and link it, because he was recording some crazy stuff he was doing on the bar. Now, as for actual workouts, when I was at Muscle Beach, I didn't do much more than just talk to people and do muscle ups, front levers, and handstand work. And I wouldn't have had it any other way. If I can just do only this every single day, I'd be happy. But obviously, I'm trying to progress in everything that I can and not just be one-dimensional. And I actually tried to get 1 more combination before I left, but I was a little bit too gassed, and I realized that I was not going to get 5 good muscle ups, so I just called it a day for the combinations. But this was my last set of muscle ups before I realized that they're not going to be great quality anymore. So I ended up doing every minute on the minute, except for it was every 30 seconds. And I did 1 muscle up every 30 seconds for 5 minutes. That's 10 more muscle ups. And then I went over and did handstands for like 30 minutes while I was talking to some old people. I'm not really going to bore you with 5 whole minutes of muscle up, so I'm just going to go straight to the handstands. And look at me failing a muscle up right there. I honestly should have stopped for the day, but I had too much ego and I wanted to get more volume. Now, I want to take a bit of time to kind of explain what direction I'm taking this channel in, and there's a timestamp on the screen for when I'm done talking if you're not trying to hear all that. Up until this point, I've been posting like mostly weekly commentary updates and things like that on my progress, but I want to do way more than that. Like, I'm working on some really cool educational videos and also some fun challenges that'll be coming out very soon. I just have to find somebody to edit them, because in case you can't already tell, I freaking hate editing. I like to do like the least amount of editing possible just to get the video out, because at the end of the day, man, I'm just trying to work out. I'm not trying to full-time edit. So whenever I get that process down, you will see better videos. You will see more videos, and it will be better edits because I will not be editing them. But I will continue to edit these weekly videos because it's very low effort and just easy to put out. And I record every single workout anyways.
Nice handstand.
Thank you, I'm trying.
Really good.
It sucks that she had to come compliment me after like a terrible handstand attempt. And then right after that, I went and did this stupid junk. I started handstand walking. Genuinely 2 of my worst attempts of the day. And then they had to come up and compliment me. But these old people were really nice. And that's how I ended off my Muscle Beach day. Dude, yesterday was probably the best muscle up workout that I've ever gotten. Now my lats and back hurt. So let's go. This was my last day in Cali, and I just ended up doing my regularly scheduled workout, even though I had just done front levers the day before. And despite the really good lat workout I got the day before, today actually went like very well. I just held this one for very long, as you saw. This one I held for a decent amount of time too. And I ended off this workout with the weighted dips that I put at the beginning of the video. But anyways, I appreciate you watching the video this far if you did. If you liked the video, like it. If you want to follow the journey, subscribe. I got some really good content coming out. That's all I got for that.